Ciao!
And g'day! I'm Sam and I am Lily.
Welcome back to our channel. Whoa!
Was that me? This is a regular occurrence in our household.
We want our bond back.
I think our landlords are going to watch this.
Yeah, it's gonna go viral.
Yeah.
So today we're doing more Reddit stories.
Because you guys have been loving them.
We are gonna start with a classic, Am I the Asshole?
Mm-hmm.
So for these Reddit stories, there is actually a comune denominatore. There's a comune denominatore. That
Update?
There is a common theme. So for these Reddit stories, there is a common theme.
Interesting.
Yeah, I want to see.
What's the theme?
If you guess it, or we'll guess it first.
See if they can guess it before me in the comments.
Honestly, it's very easy. I must have burned my fingerprint or something because it's not reading my fingerprint.
You're not accident prone at all, so I don't know how that would have happened.
Exactly.
Could have happened when she was
That's
straightening
why
my
I
hair.
have a bruise that is big like this.
Could have lost a
Hurts.
fingerprint when you were straightening my hair. Go watch that video.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna read the first story.
Wait, do fingerprints grow back? I don't think they do.
I could Google it. Am I the asshole for not comforting my brother after his wife cheated on him again?
Is the theme brothers?
Perhaps.
Is the theme sisters?
Perhaps.
Wives?
So what do you...
Is the theme...
You don't have to guess it now. So what do you think?
I think the theme is being an asshole.
You
Not
cannot guess the
comforting
theme
my brother.
from one sentence.
Well, again, does again mean that it's the first time? I mean, no. I know what words mean. Does it mean, as in is it the first time that it's happened again, or has it happened again multiple times since the first time? But I still think you should probably comfort your family. Yeah, regardless of the circumstances. Even if you're telling them you should really expect this by now, you should still provide them some level of comfort, right?
Yeah.
Unless they've done something to deserve the cheating.
I do think, generally speaking, if it's your family, you should not stop providing comfort for them. But not if it's your family. Let me take that back.
Yeah.
If it's someone that you care about, you should.
Someone
not.
that's close to you.
Alright, so let's jump straight into the story. About 9 years ago, my brother's wife left him for another man. She was cheating on him all the time. My brother was devastated. They had married very young. I was always against it. I had my brother in my apartment for months. He had fallen into a severe depression, and I was the one who paid for his psychologist since he didn't have money, and even lost his job because he didn't even want to move from the couch or bath. I even gave him a bath. I wasn't bothered by that. I did everything for my brother.
Just one bath? I'm confused. Why would she mention that?
Because
I even gave him a bath!
And I mean, it's a pretty intimate thing that you usually don't do for your siblings when they're grown up.
Yeah.
She just left and blocked.
But it's capitalized, you failed to mention.
Let me finish.
Sorry, I'm stuck on the bath thing.
Really?
Now that I see that it's in capital letters, I understand why she mentioned it.
We don't know if it's a she, or a he, or a they.
Oh yeah.
I even gave him a bath. I wasn't bothered by that. I did everything for my brother. She just left and blocked him from everywhere. She simply confessed to him that she had been cheating on him for a year and that she was in love with that man. Wow, that sucks. 4 years after that, when my brother was finally starting to feel better, she reappeared in everyone's life. The typical thing happened. She and her lover were no longer together. He had begun to receive a psychological help and changed completely. She felt regretful, she was really sorry, etc. I told my brother all the time to cut off contact with her for the sake of his mental health. He didn't. I always had a bad feeling and I could smell the shit from afar. He started to justify her past action all the time by saying that she changed, they were too young, she was having problems, etc. And he got angry when I told him that she's still a bitch. I mean, I could see getting offended by that sentence in particular. If you call someone that you love, like if my sister called you a bitch, I would be offended.
Okay, but yeah, I think in the context, she's being let back into their lives on the pretense that she's changed and she's had psychological help and she's improved as a person. Yes, there's probably a better way to say it. But if his sibling went to him and said, look, I don't think she's changed, I think she's still a shitty person, he should probably get less offended, you know, if it was just in the first instance, oh, I think your wife's a shitty person.
She's a bitch.
Yeah. But in this context, like, maybe take what she's saying a bit more seriously, considering how much she hurt him in the past.
It looks like they're right. She's a bitch. But also because we know the title says that she cheated again, so clearly she's not a great human. But clearly he still has feelings for her and you're attacking her. He's not going to listen. This is why I think she should have
approached it a little bit better.
Correct. Anyway, shortly after that, they got back together and my brother cut off all contact with me because I didn't accept their relationship and he didn't want anyone to come between them.
Well, after she gave him a bath? Sorry. I always assume OP is a girl, but we actually don't know OP's gender, to be fair.
Yeah.
I just always, like, I'm in the mindset of, like, OP uses she, her pronouns.
Yeah.
I think because I'm, like, imagining it's me.
You told me once before that you always imagine.
Yeah. Unless I'm told otherwise, it's a girl and a woman.
I told him to fuck off and we didn't talk anymore. Now, my brother has reappeared at my house after years without him wanting to talk to me, only to tell me that his wife cheated on him again, but this time they have children. In the past, I would have let him in, hugged him and everything, but he has gone years without even inviting me to meet his children. He has not even spoken to me to congratulate me on my marriage or on my pregnancy. I even invited him to my wedding and he didn't come. I guess you were right. It was a woman after all, or someone who can get pregnant.
Clearly they're not close anymore. Like we were saying, you should come for someone you're close to, but they're not close anymore. They were at one point. Yeah. They aren't anymore.
I told him that at this moment I can't let him be in my house, which is actually true because I can't have that kind of stress. He told me that we are siblings and he needs me, but I told him that I needed him too, but he was never there and he cut me off for that woman. We had an argument and my husband ended up kicking him out because I was already crying. He's staying with our parents now and my mother just tells me it's not the time to hold a grudge against him and he needs me, but I can't forget how he didn't think twice before cutting off all contact with me for her. What do we think?
Is she the asshole? Or are they the asshole? I guess we still don't know the pronouns. No, I don't think so. I think she's got some boundaries and she's been really hurt by this person and like you don't owe anyone anything. You can only offer the comfort and support that you have to give. And when you're hurt, like, I just don't think you have as much to give. I also think that none of this would have gotten to the stage if they had a better communication style in the beginning. Like, we've already mentioned it. Immediately calling her a bitch, she told him to fuck off. I'm sure it only got that heightened because of how he was also communicating, like, it takes two to tango.
Yeah.
I just don't think it would have gotten to the point of cutting things off if they had a mature conversation to begin with, you know, like even if she went to him and said, I don't think she's good news, I really don't think she's changed, I foresee something that happened before, I see history repeating itself, he could say to her, look, I appreciate your opinion, but I really think she has changed, I want to try and make this work, and I'd really love it if you could support me. And she might have been like, I don't support it, but, you know, I'll be here if anything happens. They're dealing with everything in a very, like, fiery way.
Yeah, I agree that they're not the arsehole for sure, because he's the one who cut all contacts. And I have a sibling and I cannot imagine stop talking to her for any reason really. Like I cannot imagine that. I can see how like an argument can become really like, like using like harsh language. And it's okay, like it's not great, but it's okay, it can happen. But then there's a phase where you're like, oh wait a second, let me apologize, talk about it, because like you said, we're human.
Totally agree with you.
He cut her off. She did still try and reach out, so she did the best she could, and now she's going through pregnancy and everything, and I think she's right to not want to comfort him, like, and also
he had plenty of opportunity to
reconciliate,
be like, I'm so sorry, like I should not have cut you off over that.
Precisely. So, not the asshole. It's funny how you can't hold a grudge, but he can be mad. Relationships are a two-way street. You were there for him at his lowest, and he threw you away for a woman that clearly doesn't care about him. What happens if the wife comes back and they get back together? Will he disappear again? You have enough self-respect to know that you deserve to be treated better. And if he had half the self-respect you had, he wouldn't be in this position.
I think if there's any chance for a reconciliation, it won't be him coming to her front doorstep when he needs support. It will be him in a good position in his life coming to her after reflecting and apologising and trying to move forward in a mature way.
So there is an update.
We love an update. It's crazy about the parents too. Like, we listened to another Reddit. Should we mention it?
Yeah.
We listen to Reddit on Wiki all the time, the podcast.
Yeah.
With Sean, John and Sean. We absolutely love them.
Yeah. We're very passionate.
Passionate.
I can't say it properly.
You did, just in your accent.
So
they're always saying on that podcast how it's crazy how often parents will side with the sibling that's done something horrible. Like, it's just when that child needs support. Like, usually it's for a wedding or something, but it's a similar circumstance.
Yeah, it's pretty wild to support your child when they're clearly in the
What
wrong.
about your other child? Like, it makes no sense to me. I don't really understand the dynamic.
It feels like sometimes they prefer to have like peace and everybody content
rather than considering the individual feelings.
Yeah, so I don't know. Anyway, so we have an update. All right.
It's a very boomer way of dealing with issues, I feel.
I have spoken to my mother because she kept trying to persuade me to talk to my brother. She came to see me since I cannot move too much.
Wow, she's really
pregnant.
having a hard time. Yeah. She's pregnant, I
was thinking like she's really like pregnant.
Immobile,
Move. I thought
that's such a terrible time for the brother to come and expect her to be able to support him.
She basically told me that my brother is very sorry, and I told her that then he should tell me that and not her. But my mother replied that my brother is too embarrassed about his actions. But I told her that I'm not going to let her be any kind of mediator, and my brother is old enough to speak for himself. I know he was sending her to insist that I talk back to him. My brother is an adult. I said brother in a very Italian, very like Italian way.
My brother.
My brother. My brother is an adult and can speak for himself.
100%.
I agree. That said, 2 days ago, my brother came to my house to talk about everything. He told me something that I always knew, which is that he never got over his ex-wife, and he was always totally blind for her. He believed that all of us who were against him coming back to her were toxic, and he should cut us out of his life.
And where did he develop this belief from? A therapist? I don't think so.
He said that he feels ashamed of himself.
It happens. Like, sorry to interrupt.
No, that's okay.
But I think all of that is totally fine. Like, we're human. Like, it happens to people. When you're in love with someone, like, you can get blind to their negative traits. But cutting off the people around you, I think you have to have a pretty good reason for that. And I think it should be done with a therapist.
Yeah, cutting off someone that also you love, and
Yeah,
who
it's a
took
big
care
deal.
of you at your worst, who gave you
Yeah.
a bath at your worst. Like,
Let's not forget the bath, people.
I mean, you should really think it twice before you cut off someone that was there for you at your lowest. He apologized to me and told me that he needs me, but I told him the same thing. I needed him too, and he was never there. I forgave him for everything, but that doesn't mean that I want to go back to everything being like before, because I don't want to put myself in that situation again. I simply told him that I prefer to continue without contact with him as before, and I have made it clear to my mother that I want to spend these months peacefully. Maybe some will call me cruel and say I should think about my family, but I'm not going to let him treat me like she treated him. Really good. I think she's putting boundaries.
Yeah.
Like she's saying, no, you literally cut me off of your life, which is pretty cruel for someone, like
For
to do it to
sure.
someone who is really taking care.
Yeah,
Of
she
you
clearly
and
loves him
loves
a lot
you.
to look after him like
Yeah.
that. So it would have hurt her so much.
Yeah. And like when you cut someone off of your life like this, like
Yeah.
you literally have to
You
grieve
lose them.
because you lose them. So I can imagine like it was such a hard time for her, and now that you need her, you come back and ask, oh, be here, support me because I need you. No. If you're gonna go back into her life, you're gonna do it gradually. You're gonna do it not because you need her, but because you want to be with her and you want to be there for her. So maybe he should show her some support and like give her space that she asked for, and then support her and maybe like help her out with the kid or like things like that. I don't know, like create.
Yeah, he has kids, so he can help
Yeah.
her with having a newborn,
Mhm.
etc., etc. But yeah, he can't just expect that there's no consequences for hurting someone
Yeah.
like that. Like he seems to not get the concept of consequences to your own actions.
Yeah. To
a juicy
story
one.
number 2.
Let's go. This is worded really oddly, no?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, am I going crazy? Am I the arsehole for bringing up divorce for my wife cheating after I cheated years ago?
So let me get this straight. So
Divorce on the basis of.
So he cheated on her years ago.
Mm.
They're still together. Now she cheats.
Yeah.
And he's like, let's
Let's
divorce. Okay. Am I the asshole for that? I think you're not the asshole for that. You're probably an asshole for cheating.
You're
on-
just a general asshole.
Yeah. Just, I mean, we don't know the story, but I feel like
You can ask for a divorce for whatever
Yeah.
reason.
you're not an
want.
asshole for that.
Yeah. My wife and I have been together for 12 years and married for 9.
But right.
Oh, I see.
Sorry. Yeah.
We have an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old. I had an affair with a mutual friend after a year after my 4-year-old was born, and I regret it.
Sorry, I
Yikes.
need you to read it back because I'm still laughing about my joke internally, and I'm
It's not that funny a joke.
it's not even funny. I know.
We have an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old. I had an affair with a mutual friend about a year after my 4-year-old was born, and I regret it. That's crazy. So super soon after the second child
Yeah.
was born, and a mutual friend.
Yeah, I was gonna like. There's no. It's like too
Cheating's bad as it is, but like, way to sprinkle salt on the wound.
This is really, really bad. Like 1 year after the second child is when probably things were like really, really hard.
Yeah,
with
they've got a
children.
toddler, a 4-year-old,
Yeah.
5-year-old, and a 1-year-old.
Wait, how many
Child.
kids?
2. Sorry.
Okay.
Because I said 4-year-old, but it was a year after the
Yeah, okay,
4-year-old
okay.
was born. She was leaving with her husband to Germany. Hey, we're in Germany. And I hadn't had sex for over a year. Oh,
Poor
boo!
thing.
Because my wife didn't want any sexual contact after the birth. And we slept together 6 times. So she didn't want sexual.
We haven't had sex in a year.
No,
Oh, we
he
did
did.
have sex.
Okay, yeah, I hadn't had it. Yeah.
Oh, we.
Oh! The cock has just turned to both of us at the same time.
I can't even cut it. Because
This is his fault for poor storytelling, alright? It's poor form.
Yes.
Formatting.
Is it only us? Did everybody else?
I'm sure everyone made the same mistake that we did. So he had sex with the affair partner 6 times. I assumed my wife wouldn't find out, but she told my ex.
He's also really good at writing.
What?
His writing skills are...
I assumed my wife wouldn't find out, but she told my ex a year after our affair from Germany because she felt guilty and was leaving her husband.
So the affair partner, a year later when she was living in Germany, she told
The
his
wife.
ex, I guess now ex-wife, right? He's
Why are you
calling her
switching
now.
between wife and ex?
Great
Oh
storytelling.
my god, I hate this OP. Like, not
Yeah.
even because of the cheating, purely because of the terrible storytelling. Either wanted to take me down with her, or she assumed we would divorce and we might get together. Either way, I gravelled and begged for my wife's forgiveness. She wanted to divorce, but didn't. But we didn't, I assume. I know she stayed mainly because of how hard it is to be a single mum, and I hoped she would eventually forgive me. She asked that I agree to let her have an affair like I did with someone of her choosing as a condition of staying married, and I stupidly agreed because I didn't think she would actually do it.
The audacity. The audacity.
I hate that mentality. Like, if someone's telling you they want to also have an affair, or anything, if someone's telling you they want to do something, then the possibility of them doing it is very real. Like, if you agree to that, you can't agree on the pretense that they're probably not going to do it.
Yeah, also, like, literally you agree because, she's gonna, like, forgive me and love me so much that she can never do that to me. Literally the same thing I did
he's
to
not
her.
agreeing because he actually agrees. He's agreeing to manipulate her.
Yeah. It would be so hard for her as a single mom. I want to see you as a single father. I really want to see you.
I was thinking, like, that he was coming up with that on his own as well.
Oh,
I have a bad feeling about that.
She would nail it.
Yeah,
she's probably doing
you don't know.
everything anyway, so sorry.
We're getting heated. It's been a long road, but I honestly thought she forgave the affair. We've been raising our children and having regular sex. We bought a house together and moved to be close to her parents. I thought this was behind us. 4 months ago, she told me she was having an affair with my newly divorced friend. I was absolutely shocked and angry, though she reminded me I agreed, and I did, but man, this sucks. Do you have a tiny violin? I didn't bring mine. I don't know any songs on the violin. You can break up with me because of that.
If anything, I love you even more.
You like my tiny violin playing?
Yeah, the first time that you mentioned a tiny violin, so it took me like a good 30 seconds to understand what you were saying.
I have no regrets. Oh my god. She is way more manipulative than I thought possible because she waited until one of my close friends got divorced. I tried not to show it, but I was livid and I feel so hurt. Yes, I know it's ironic because I cheated first. She has since finished the affair and told me that it was the same length and number of experiences as mine. I love this lady. I'm sorry. I really don't condone cheating, but
I would argue she didn't cheat.
yeah, I agree.
They agreed on it, so she
That's
didn't
not
cheat.
cheating. I completely agree. I'm glad we're on the same page there. I haven't talked to that friend and I have no idea if I can ever again. Oh well, wouldn't that suck?
Poor thing.
For it to be a friend.
Yeah.
mutual
Oh my
friend.
god. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, she's so good.
He never reached out, so I assume it's the end of that friendship. I love it. Clearly the divorce guy has no interest in being friends.
was in
He
it.
was like, yeah, let's fuck. I don't like him anyway.
Couldn't care less about that piece of shit.
I'm thinking of a divorce because clearly she never forgave me and I can't forgive her for this. I brought up divorce and she got mad and reminded me that I gave her a free affair card years ago. I told her clearly by this it meant she hasn't forgiven me. And she said she had forgiven me the second she had her affair. This is really good.
Is that it?
I still stand by you can get a divorce if you want. Like, he's not the asshole specifically because he wants a divorce. You're allowed to get a divorce.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be with the person anymore, you shouldn't force yourself to be with them. That's not fair to anyone involved.
Yeah.
So go for the divorce. But you are an arsehole for so many other reasons.
Yeah.
And she didn't cheat.
I would argue she didn't cheat.
She's giving misleading titles. Along with the poor storytelling.
Poor storytelling.
We're gonna have to have a mark about how often we say poor storytelling.
It was really bad. I mean, could she have gone a better way? Probably, but
It wasn't her responsibility to.
I think she nailed it. No notes.
She was within her right.
She did a great job at getting back at him, which is probably what she wanted this whole time. And fuck you. You can get a divorce. Please go ahead. I think she'll be absolutely fine without you. So
They should have gotten a divorce.
yeah, most likely.
Yeah, a while ago, I think.
Yeah.
But it's much easier said than done.
Yeah.
First comment is, it's not cheating if you agree to it. Full stop. That's it. Total agree.
It's the truth.
OP sewing. Yeah, this is fucking awesome. OP reaping. Oh, what the fuck? The classic took a shit, then fell back in it. Alright, well, it's saying everything.
We're really good at this. So what was the theme of So Hard? Let us know in the comments. Alright,
that's it for this video. Thanks so much for coming along.
thank you for watching and leaving a comment and liking and subscribing.
Yeah, we didn't say that.
Well, I'm saying it now. Let's rewind.
Pretty please like, comment and subscribe. Put the bell on. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. All of the things. Thank you very much.
I'm saying bye. But we say ciao mates. Oh, we need to count down.
Yeah.
Ciao mates. I did the countdown.
I know. It was really fast. A lot of pressure.
Let me. Ciao mates. Alright.
Have a lovely life. Don't cheat on anybody, and don't cut your family off when they have done nothing wrong. Yeah. Oh. We're in the mood. Perfect. It was a bit mad. Just maybe a good idea. Sure.